Hey everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogu. We are about to jump into episode 2 of Industrial Light and Magic. We gained so much knowledge from the first episode. I'm excited to see where this story goes because we all know it, but it feels like I'm reliving part of this. What do you think, guys?
Yeah,
It's
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 all stuff
actually
we've. Oh yeah, go ahead.
it's actually nice to get some more of the early story because I kind of know a lot of the later story and where everybody
Yeah,
went in some of the older movies, but like the beginning of Star Wars,
yeah,
and the move when they moved to
Mhm.
Northern California for Empire,
yeah,
it's nice to get all that back info of the start of
mm,
the very start of the company,
yeah.
which is
I,
really
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
it's kind of like cool seeing the kind of like garage band energy that's happening in the
yes, yeah.
early days of industrial light and magic.
And the almost accidental
Discovery.
discovery of
Yeah,
like everything and just the
Hmm.
accidental crew of one person knows somebody and I know that guy and this
yeah,
guy knows this guy
yeah,
and we all come together and start working on
yeah,
something
It's
and
it's
they,
the
they make magic.
perfect like group of like artists
mm,
and engineers.
Yeah.
It's like you
well,
need both
I
strengths
mean everybody,
and
yeah,
both
yeah,
practices
yeah,
to do this.
engineers,
that's right.
artists, everybody's doing something different.
But by this time, when we pick up on George Lucas, did not think about that and didn't see that either. So
I
let's
didn't like
continue
it.
this.
They
Yeah,
only had two
yeah,
shots.
I
yeah.
was not happy.
He was not happy. You could see it was great. Yeah. Um, anyway, guys, let's continue episode 2 and continue to watch this because this is really exciting. George Lucas. Wow,
Baby Lucas.
this is baby Lucas.
I grew up on a
Modesto.
farm
Yep,
in
He's in a
Modesto.
star. He's in
that's great.
little
I've
spaceship.
seen that footage.
Huh.
There was this guy.
Oh yeah.
He was going
His
about 70
accident.
miles an hour. I didn't see him coming. My car rolled over
Dang.
3 times,
Yeah,
wrapped around
he
a
was
tree.
lucky.
Flew out
There's a reason I'm here.
to make movies, to make pitches.
I always I grew up hearing that he crashed racing.
Yeah, I didn't know he
Yeah,
was
me too.
pulling into home.
I
I
read
didn't
his
know that. I
I read
never
his
heard him say
biography
that
when I was
before.
younger,
I
and
thought it was
yeah,
a race type of
no,
thing.
it was an accident outside of. It
I
wasn't
know it was
racing.
accident, but I didn't know he was pulling into
Yeah,
his house while he
yeah,
turning into where he lived.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was like drag racing
No,
and
no.
then crashed.
I love the archival footage on this series.
Oh
My
yeah.
father wanted me to go
This is a George Lucas episode.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, their stationery
yeah.
store.
mythology, heroes.
It's why it resonates so well with Star Wars.
Was we made movies for the audience, even more than making movies for
There
ourselves.
they are.
Yeah.
All of my
True. We hope that at 3 in the morning that will be a comfort.
Still
and
trying to
aid
grab the
for
mic.
working.
Yeah, I know he's about to move the
Yeah,
microphone.
Yes, yeah.
we bought.
But
Yeah,
ships go
boss,
real
yeah.
fast. And that's kind of all he said.
That's about all I had.
Still referenced.
Man, I know it's so cool. I just want to see a whole animated version of
Inspired me to keep
Rough
writing the
Before
scripts.
stuff.
that would just
It's so crazy that building's still
specifically for
there.
making Star Wars.
Paying for it myself out of American
Whew.
graffiti money.
Best investment he made.
Oh, seriously.
Because there are only a couple of effect shots.
That one.
Where are we?
Yeah, right at the end.
Who are we? What is this menagerie of imagination, George?
We should be able to see it by now.
Wow.
Keep your eyes open for those
Oh.
It's
spiders.
cool to see that footage.
Yeah.
Was precisely what George wanted.
Still gives me chills every time.
Still so good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, to the mirror on it. Dang. It's cool.
It was fun all the
So
time.
cool.
As many space aliens
Wow.
as you can in 6
Oh,
months.
is where they all come from, huh?
Yep.
A lot of the ones that. There you go.
And George put us in our own masks, and costume department would dress us up. George was initially going to have the chess set just be people in masks shot against the blue
Interesting.
screen. And there was a scene there with actors.
Oh wow.
My night to your
Well, that's pretty cool.
Right.
And so if he did it stop motion, it would have its own thing.
Interesting.
So
I
he
didn't
said to
realize
me
that.
and John Berg, we would shoot in the evenings, I think over 3 nights.
Wow. Nice.
And it's just kids playing with toys, you know.
Surface. It was
Such
the
a
very
great
first
model.
project I was hired to do for 2 months.
Storyboards. It's so cool.
We drove by the model and set off the charges.
It's like shitty
So
rigs.
great.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the guys who were smarter than me took out 20th century stock. We didn't know what we were working on.
Oh, that spin!
Yeah.
They're still doing spins to this day.
Oh yeah.
They don't get made right. They get made the best possible way under the circumstances.
So I have a special edition.
I thought,
Yeah.
sure, we can.
Go figure it out,
Nice.
George.
Yep.
Oh man, and they got this
Wow.
Star Wars money to make more
Yeah.
Star Wars. And it could be more Star Wars than the last.
Yeah. There's more than just that. Like the base technology for the camera stuff was set right there. So every other movie that came for the next 10 years, they used the same technology more or less.
And they could dial it in each time they
Yeah,
they bring
totally.
it back. Every
Yeah,
time
no,
you
for sure.
use it, you get better at it. So
Yeah.
they only get better.
Just crazy how like they found so many people just randomly. Like these people didn't apply for these jobs. They just kind of
Yeah.
came about it.
What trips me out the most is that it was just a collection of ideas that weren't very clear yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all kind of just like
Worked it
all
out.
kind
It's
of
like they
stumbled their
yeah.
way there.
Right.
It all of a sudden the gears clicked, and then it turned
Yeah.
into this awesome machine.
Completely, yeah.
But that's the hard part is like he's got this vision, he just can't explain it to anyone.
No, totally.
And he manages to find the right people to execute it right. And
Yeah. No, I mean, there was a certain amount
Everything
of
down to
sort of-
editing and music
yeah.
and sound effects on top of
Mhm.
it, on top
yeah.
of the effects.
Yeah.
It's like
lightning in a bottle,
they all
Yeah,
work
that's
on
it.
top of each other. It's
a
crazy.
perfect
Yeah.
storm,
Perfect
Yeah.
the
storm.
planets aligned. You know, what other
it's-
kind of way to describe those situations?
Yeah, no, completely. I mean, so far this is a fascinating series, and you know, there's so much behind the scenes stuff that I haven't seen, which is just incredible. I mean, I've read these stories for years and years. I'm glad that this documentary is putting together the full line of Industrial Light and Magic. They seem to have put together some of the greatest, you know, parts of it so far. You know, we've got 4 episodes left at this point.
Yeah, when you
Films,
usually see like a Star Wars documentary, they usually do the whole trilogy to get this much
Right.
focus on like the first
just-
one,
yeah,
and
totally, yeah.
all like the
That's why I'm hoping it carries on, and then just keep the more recent stuff to the last like 2 episodes, the last
Yeah,
episode.
Yeah.
yeah. But
they
there
could
are
fit it
massive
all in.
jumps. Yeah, I think that, but the feel of it, they're going to jump straight to CGI stuff.
But I mean, this is like the foundation of it, so you needed that
Oh,
focus of
absolutely.
like
No, totally.
the
Yeah.
trial and error,
Yeah,
the ups and downs
yeah. As I said,
of
basically,
making something that never existed before.
yeah. And basically, most of that technology, as I said, is there for the next 10 years on every other film that ILM did. So, there, you know, there was always small developments. I'm hoping they'll cover some of those small developments. But really, the next big leap from ILM became, you know, CGI for, you know, for Avatar. Sorry, Avatar for
Jurassic Park.
No, well, even
Uh,
for
James
Um,
Cameron, the
yeah.
Abyss.
Abyss.
Abyss, thank you. Yes, yeah. Where they used some of the first CG. Even before that, I think.
So the early
Spielberg-
early animation,
Yeah.
early Pixar
Yeah.
video
That
toaster,
Sherlock Holmes movie with the stained glass guy was like the
Yes,
first.
young Sherlock Holmes, the Pyramid of Fame is what I was
Photoshop.
thinking of,
Dennis Muren invented Photoshop. I'm sure they're going to go into all that stuff.
Oh yeah, no, that's all.
But
gonna be the next
It's
stage.
exciting to see what comes next after
Yeah.
like now that they've been recognized and they have
Absolutely.
this like system down,
No,
and to
totally.
see how everything goes.
Yeah,
I
no,
think they'll
for
just
sure.
jump through the rest of the trilogy, or
I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
from this
This-
point they go to like Northern California, and he really creates like it's not just a warehouse at
Yeah.
that point. Then they have all the different factions of ILM and opening. You know, it's not just Star Wars. Then they're taking work from other
Right.
movies. So I'm sure they're going to get into all that before they get into like their
Yeah.
digital graphic stuff.
No, totally.
Like I think we've got 2 episodes before they get into their digital graphic stuff. I think that would be. I think they'll space it out. Seems like they're
Yeah.
spacing it out.
Well, actually, I mean, they didn't even cover all the optical effects and stuff like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. It's like you have Empire, and then you have all the other movies.
They
You have
didn't even cover
Raiders.
sound.
I know.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah, all that stuff. They didn't
Well, that
get the
was
Lucas
technically a
sound and all
separate
that
branch,
stuff.
but yeah.
I think we have a couple episodes before they get into
Yeah.
like their more current
Yeah.
20
Either way.
year stuff.
Anyway, guys, yes, if you enjoyed this reaction video, we had a lot of fun with the first 2 episodes. We're looking forward to the next ones. Please like and subscribe if you have not already, and we shall continue watching these episodes and give you our thoughts. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.